I got my peaches out in Georgia. Oh yeah, shit. I get my weed from California. That's that shit. I took my chick up to the north, yeah.
Hey guys, it's Mo. Okay, neighbor actually got the peaches from the peach truck, so we are going to make some blueberry and peach cobbler. Follow along. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and get the skin off of the peaches and get them cut up and put them in a bowl. Okay, this is 4 peaches. It's a lot. But like I said, I'm going to add some more of the white peaches to it just so that they don't go to waste. And then we'll add some blueberries too. Look at the difference in color. This is the white peach. All right, our peaches are all cut up. Let's get the blueberries. Okay, so these blueberries came from a new farm stand that just opened up in New Orleans on Bayou St. John area. So they're Mississippi blueberries. They come frozen, but they're fresh blueberries. We're gonna use a cup of these blueberries. Let's see what a cup looks like. We'll do 2 cups. Big blueberries. They smell perfect. Okay, I'm using Taste of Lizzie's recipe here. She says put your peaches in a saucepan, and then we're going to add sugar to that. Okay, her recipe calls for a 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. I am going to use a 1/4 cup about of granulated sugar. And then I'm going to use some light brown sugar. Okay, so we're going to put this on the stove, and we're going to cook it to where it's kind of bubbling. It says bubbling gently. Okay, so the sugars have kind of started to melt, and we're just going to bring this up to like a gentle boil. Okay, so while we're waiting for that to start gently boiling, we're going to mix up a little cornstarch and water to put in there. Okay, and a 1/4 cup of water, we're going to put 2.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. Okay, it's gently boiling, so now we're going to drizzle in our cornstarch mixture. Okay, now we're going to throw in some butter. Okay, so we've got a tablespoon of butter in there, and we're going to put a tablespoon of vanilla extract in there. Okay, now we're going to add our blueberries. At this point you can add cinnamon as well, but I'm not adding cinnamon to mine. And then we're just going to fold in these blueberries. Be gentle with them so they don't burst open. All right, that's nice and mixed well. So now we'll go make our batter for the top of the cobbler. Okay, let's give our filling a taste. It's got one of the white and the yellow peach on here. This is gonna be good. Okay, in our bowl, we have 2 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and we're going to do 6 tablespoons of cold butter, and then 1 1/4 cups of whole milk. In goes our cold butter, and I'm going to go ahead and incorporate that. He says to transfer the filling into a pan and then put dollops of your batter on top, but I'm going to go ahead and just do it in my Le Creuset brazier here that I have all of my filling already in, and then I'm just going to go and drop my dollops of my batter on top. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of sugar. I don't want it too sweet. Okay, here's what we've got. And we're going to pop it in a 350 oven for about 40 minutes. Okay, I can't wait for the ice cream. I've got to give this a try. Swear. That was so mean.
What?
Come in here and tell everybody about how mean y'all are. Trying to get the money shot. Okay, let's give her a try. I give them all the material they need in a day's time. You want a bite? Come get a bite. Come get a bite. Really good. It just needs some vanilla ice cream. Delicious.